I think I'm live. We'll see in a minute. Hey there. Welcome to Live with Heidi Mine. This is your 1 to 2 minute warning. I'm going to check to make sure that the live is up on Facebook and YouTube. So go grab your favorite drink before we get started. I don't know why I always do that. Like after. Like I want to say after. So I'm going to bring up Facebook on my phone. I can't find my phone holder for some reason. Totes, rando. I don't want to do that. I just want to go to Heidi Mine. Boop. No, don't switch. Okay. There we are. Okay. Do I have volume? Yep. Okay, so I have volume there, and let me just check on YouTube that I am live and that I have volume. You would think I would be so good at this by now, but you know, I'm not. You would think I would be so good at this by now, but you know, I'm not. You would think I would be so good at this by now. Okay. All right, hopefully that goes away. Oh, I forgot. And I have to put this up here. I don't think it's gonna stay. That's gonna be a whole mess. All right. So let me put in the chat on YouTube. Heidi Mine. No. Oops, HeidiMine.com. Subscribe. I'll pin that later. I can't really, I'm gonna have to hold my phone. Hold the phone. Because otherwise I can't see if there's comments. So what can you do? What is up, homies? I'm Heidi. I'm a work-at-home handmade business owner at HeidiMine.com, as well as a homeschool mom of 11-year-old and 13-year-old girls. I go live on Facebook and YouTube on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific, and I talk about my small business, homeschooling, and a little bit of our personal lives. I do always talk to my kids if I'm going to have like a deep conversation about our personal lives before I talk about it. So they always know ahead of time so that I can get their feedback and sometimes possibly their permission. Be sure to follow on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube to get notifications when I post videos or when I go live, and feel free to like or hit the thumbs up button, as this does help more people just like you come and hang out. I know I have the whole spiel and I really feel like I need to change it. It's really hot in my garage today. I don't know if it's just me or what the deal is. I feel like I have like a really long intro, and maybe I just need to change that up a little bit. But if you are joining me live tonight, please comment with #live. And if you are watching on the replay, go ahead and comment with #replay. This lets me know when people are watching, and that way if I need to change out my times or days, then I have that heads up. Hi, Sarah Jane. And since it's already in the YouTube video and it is pinned on Facebook, if you have not already subscribed to the email list, there is the link. Feel free to subscribe. It just gets you emails as far as like when I have sales or giveaways or any kind of events, happenings, when I have new content, that sort of thing. I don't know, like I feel like my whole spiel is a little bit more professional sounding than what I just said, but I also don't want to come off too rehearsed all the time. And sometimes I feel like my intro is a little too like long. I'll work on that. So, it is July 12th. I can't believe it's already July 12th. Like we should not be in the second week of July yet. at all. Oy. I am still getting back on track at home, but the laundry is getting done. Yay for that. Our living room is back in order. The kitchen is under control for once. The bedrooms and bathrooms have been cleaned. My guest room is a hot mess right now. It's so bad. Like, it's so bad. But nobody goes in there really. So for this week, it'll be fine. It's fine. It's all going to be fine. Breathe. But we are working on it. Samantha has been doing some kiwi crates, and apparently she wanted to get to one in the guest room last night. And so she kind of crawled over some of the things. Like, we have some boxes in the way, and she said she heard something break. That's always frightening because I don't have any idea what's in those boxes anymore. So I told her not to do that under the premise that she might hurt herself, but really it's because I don't want a bunch of broken stuff in the guest room. That's even more work than just cleaning it. Oy. Yeah. So we've just kind of like, I feel like this last week it's been cleaning and sleeping, and that's the extent of it. We just cleaned and we slept. And sometimes we slept more than we cleaned. It's not even like we came back from some like weird time zone. We were in Arizona. It's the same time zone as right now. It wasn't even that hot there. It's not even that hot. Well, now it's going to be getting hot here. We're supposed to get triple digits this weekend. Joy. But I don't know. It's just mentally exhausting, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I just saw myself roll my eyes in the camera, and that's terrifying. So I'm going to really try to remember not to do that anymore. I have been thinking about meal planning and meal prepping and trying to come up with something that will work for us. I know that my good friend, Sarah Jane, who has a YouTube channel, and you can check her out, Home with Sarah Jane. She has great information about homeschooling, and she's got some wonderful videos. She just did a Dollar Tree haul, and we share that Dollar Tree. So like, I have to go before everything's sold out. But I know she has been doing more like recipe vlog style videos, and those are definitely on my playlist that I need to get through and see what has she been making, because she always makes things that look so delicious. So maybe I'll add some of those if I do some meal planning. If you've been following me for a minute, or if you've seen my channel, I had a few prep with me and cook with me videos. The prep with me stuff, I don't know. Honestly, it was, she says, thanks, friend. I was surprised I didn't run into you at the Dollar Tree, because we do run into each other at the Dollar Tree once in a while. But I was sleeping probably. So yeah, the meal planning, I'm pretty sure I still have like 2 or 3 recipes in my freezer from the meal planning that I did that was like winter themed. Please don't look at my nails. They're horrible right now. They just weren't a great fit for us. My kids aren't completely against trying new things, but sometimes they kind of are. And it was a lot of soups, and there wasn't a lot of like hearty stuff that my kids are really into. So now I'm kind of like regretful. Like, you ever do that where you buy things and then you think, oh, that looks kind of good. And then when you make it, you're like, that was really not what I wanted it to be. I don't know. So don't get me wrong. The recipes for the most part are good. There are a few things that I would tweak myself just because of my own cooking style and because of things I know about like food and food prep. But if you do go visit those videos, I'm pretty sure I put links to the person that I purchased the information from, and I do follow her on YouTube. I think that her ideas are great. I think that they obviously work very well for her family. I just don't know that they're working well for our family dynamic which is fine. Things that work for one family won't necessarily work for another. When we were in Arizona at my grandmother's house, I was on a very limited budget, and there were certain foods that my grandmother could not eat at all. Just because I don't want to out grandma, but there are just things she couldn't chew. Let's just say that. There are things she could not chew. It's not like I could make steak. Like, it would have been way too hard for her to eat that. And she needs to eat. She is a very petite woman to begin with. She really needed to gain a little bit of weight, which I want to say she put on almost 5 pounds when I was there. So I thought that was pretty good. I would have liked her to gain more, but you can only do so much. And my kids are fine with pasta, so we did go a little pasta heavy, but it was a lot of hamburger helper because it's like you could buy certain bulk hamburger and it's fairly cheap, and I half the amount of meat. So if I make like 1 box of hamburger helper, then I only put a half a pound of burger because my kids don't really like ground beef. Or if I made 2 boxes because my kids really like the pasta. So a lot of times I would make 2 boxes of hamburger helper. I'd put 1 pound of ground beef, and then we'd have like leftovers for lunches for a couple days after. So in a way, what I did worked because I had a certain amount of hamburger and I divided that up and I froze it, and I went out and I picked X amount of boxes of hamburger helper. And I said, okay, we're going to have that like every 2 to 3 nights. So we're not having like ground beef every night. And then we did filler meals in between. So like one night we might have something with chicken, and one night maybe we did meat free and something with pork and whatever. And we did have a couple of nights where we got food out, like we got Taco Bell or we got Panda Express, which I don't know if I'm ever going to get Panda Express again because I asked for egg rolls and they did not give me the egg rolls, and they were like 20 minutes away. And I didn't know until I got to my grandma's house that they didn't give me the egg rolls. And that's like $4 in food. And they won't refund you. They wanted to give me like they write in the book. They're like, well, we'll write your name in our book, but it's only good for 30 days. And I was just like, but I paid you for that. I don't know. And my dad, I know I just rolled my eyes. And my dad, I guess, doesn't really eat Panda Express. So basically, I just gave Panda Express like $4. And I think it's going to be a while before I go back to Panda Express because that doesn't make me happy. It doesn't bring me joy. I'm going to Marie Kondo Panda Express. I'm in a mood. My mom came out today, and we have not seen my mom since before Memorial Day, like maybe a week or 2 before Memorial Day, like before we left for Arizona. So it's been like 2 months since we saw my mom, and her birthday was the last weekend in June, and we did not get to celebrate that with her. And so I was like, well, I'm going to, we'll do lunch and I'll pay for lunch for your birthday. But then she wanted to go out to breakfast. So we ended up going to the local cafe. I love Brentwood Cafe. I just do. I don't care if it's a greasy spoon. I love Brentwood Cafe. So we went there, and that's always great because I get a Denver omelet and I eat half of it when I'm there and I bring it home and then I eat the other half the next day. Can't beat that. And then for dinner, well, because we ate breakfast a little late, so then for lunch dinner, I took us to La Fuente, which is a local Mexican restaurant, which I also love. And it was starting to get crowded as we were leaving. We were having like old people dinner, so it was early. But I'm so happy to see these local businesses. This is not an Applebee's. It's not a chain. It's not, Red Robin. These are local businesses. I've known the owner of La Fuente since my 20s. One of my very good friends worked for him for years. My mom knows like a waitress at the Brentwood Cafe. So when you can, always support local businesses. it's really hard for them. And it was very hard in 2020. It was really hard for them in 2021. And they're still recovering. These places have not recovered. So that is my PSA. That is my like soapbox moment. Support those local restaurants because they hire locally. They're important to our communities. That's that. And my mom and I split the fajitas. So, and they're really good. They're really good. So yeah. Right. So I'm trying to figure out the whole meal plan thing. What's going to work for us, how it's going to work. I don't know. I just placed an order for Sam's Club that I have to go get tomorrow. And anybody that knows me knows I don't love to drive. And that's a minute of a drive for me. We'll see how I do. Homeschool updates. I finally submitted my purchase order for this year's curriculum yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I really had so over the last few months, I've been just kind of putting a thing here and there into my wish list on Rainbow Resource. It's really where I generally get our curriculum. What did I do? Hang on one second. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Okay. It is where I get our curriculum. Did I print it? I didn't even print it. So I totally just rolled over there for nothing. Nothing. I found my NoEO science that I want to order, but we'll see. Well, I don't think there's anything personal or private on that, but I'll just turn it over just in case. So I ordered Math UC for pre-algebra. We're still doing Math in Focus for Evie because this will be her last year of that, I think. I don't even remember. But we already have everything for it. Like I have all the teachers' manuals and everything. And so I kind of feel like we should just finish that curriculum until we can move into a pre-algebra because it just, I don't know. I don't know how other families do it. I feel like it's hard to try to transition like when your kid's not really to the level that they're supposed to be at in math and you're trying to find curriculum that works. And I feel like if we would have switched a long time ago, it might be different. But now to try to change it seems really weird. I don't know. So that's what we did. Math in Focus for Evie and Math UC pre-algebra for Samantha. And we'll see how it goes. I did some like my neighbors, the throat punching, man. I am not loving my neighbors tonight. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's so loud. They were out there revving engines a half an hour ago. So I was just like, dude. For language arts, we usually do Institute for Excellence in Writing. And we go kind of basic on that. I think I ordered some Starline Press something for science and social studies. We're going to kind of double up a little bit on science this year because Samantha is very interested in science. So I have some stuff that I want to get from NoEO science for physics. And then we also got like this basic for science. I don't think I ordered anything for Evangeline, but that's okay because I have NoEO already for her for stuff. So I think that was like the basic what I was getting. And then I was just like, I need to order some other stuff. So I got Meet the Masters, which I believe is like a music study. I can't remember if Meet the Masters is, no, that's art. So I ordered a bunch of those because again, Samantha's very into art. Evie hasn't really given us much that she's like super interested in. She just kind of goes with the flow. So I ordered the Meet the Masters so we can do like artist studies. And then I ordered a ton of like art supplies because you can do, like paint like Monet and paint like Picasso. And I can't paint like anyone. But then we did do one that is a music one, and I can't remember what it's called. And I think that was it. Like we ordered a lot though. I don't know what else to order this year. I'm so out of it. We're only doing one day of in-person school this year. So we had talked about doing something like a PE, like a dance class or whatever. And I don't know, like we'll figure something out. But I was telling the kids, hint, hint, Sarah, I really want to focus this year on like, and I've never said this before, so this is going to sound really un-Heidi of me, but I want to focus on the socialization this year. The last 3 years kind of just, it's been topsy-turvy in the world and in our family. And my incredibly social children are complete introverts now, and they have anxiety going to the grocery store. These are children that grew up going to Disneyland 2 to 3 times a year. They talk to strangers all the time. I mean, when we were around, like they don't just arbitrarily walk up to random people, but they would like talk to other children. And I'm very new at this whole single parent thing. So I'm just like, this year we're really going to focus on like the friendships. And I'm not going to stress out about my house being white glove perfect. I was cleaning something the other day. I think I was cleaning my bedroom. I think I was cleaning Evie's room. Like we redid Evie's room. We finally moved all her furniture around. And I was thinking like the paint is chipped and cracked and the carpet has some stains on it. And this is never going to be like model home perfect. My house is never going to be model home perfect. My house was built in the 1950s. There's a lot wrong with it and I can't afford to fix all of it. But I'm going to be okay with that this year. I'm going to be okay with just making it clean for people to come over and not feel like, everything's sticky or dirty. And we have a good plan to work on our backyard, which I've been saying for a long time. But I really want to be able to do things in the backyard. We have a beautiful patio. We have a little fire pit. We could do s'mores. We could, like, I have a barbecue, a flat top grill, and a smoker. Like, I could be cooking some food out there, but it's overwhelmed right now with just garage sale stuff. So it is what it is. Sarah says, my house is a mess right now. Can't even use my dining room table. Girl, because you're doing homeschool prep, aren't you? Loft is covered in boxes and books. Yeah. I think Sarah mentioned that she was doing like, I don't know, she's really good about cleaning stuff out and organizing it back. And so she says it's a mess, but she's prepping. She's working. I know how she is. And so that's like our only homeschool update. I did bring in books from the car that we had planned on working on in Arizona and we never got around to. So we are going to be starting to do that. For homeschool or for our charter school, we usually have to do like a packet and they generally give it to us when we go to our back to school meeting. And then we have to complete it and turn it in at the first official like school meeting but they give you login information for like their parent portal. I already printed all those out. I told the girls, you guys are going to start working on stuff. We're going to get back on our schedule. So we're going to start working on our packets already. And I'm like, if we have them done in a couple weeks and we can turn them in at the meeting, cool beans. And if not, whatever, we'll turn them in, at the next one when they're actually due. Could you imagine if I was early for something for once? It would be wonderful. Wonderful. So yeah. And then the business update. I have been working on creating a temporary workspace so that I could fill orders this week, because I did get orders in my Etsy shop, finally. I still have a lot to clean and organize and unpack. I have not finished unpacking from the trip. Clothes and personal stuff I have, but business stuff, not really. As you can see, I am back in my workspace tonight versus my bedroom last week. But I had to move a lot of stuff just to set this up. And then once I'm finished, I have to move a lot of stuff to be able to actually function in here again. But I do have one machine set up. I have a lot of garage sale stuff in here still, so that has to work its way out of the garage, and then I can really get to work. Oh man, I didn't remember to bring. What did I do with it? Oh, it's over there. I'll be right back. If I don't trip. Ow. I always hate it when people do this. When people like get up and leave their chair during a live. I don't know why. I don't know why it bothers me, but it does. So yeah, the orders that I had like a inhaler cover, or inhaler holder. So it's just like a vinyl thing that you can snap onto a purse and you put your inhaler in it, and it's cute, and it had a cute vinyl print. And then I had an order for 3 masks, which I was super excited to get because that's a good order. But also I really wasn't sure how I'm going to feel about doing Halloween sales this year. I have not done Halloween sales, masks and tails and stuff, since 2021. And it was stressful. So Halloween was always very stressful for me. Because Greg used to plan vacations during my busy season, and I would work on vacations. It was a whole thing. And I really felt like I just didn't want to do masks, but I know that I'm good at it. They're fun. And I'm not going to be planning any vacations during the time when I'm busy. So it was weird though to make the masks. They were very simple. They were, and not masks here, like costume masks. They were some of my most basic masks to make, but I realized like, I just didn't know where anything was. So I'm trying to like move stuff. It took me way longer than it should have because I had to find things. But I wanted to do one fun project while I had my machine going. So I made this little guy, and it'll take a second for it to show up on your end. There we go. Again, don't look at my nails. So this is a card holder, and that's fold over elastic. And then this, and you may not see it, but there's like this little spot right here that I totally messed up because I didn't tape it well enough and the vinyl folded over on itself. But the cards go in here, and then you close it and the elastic goes back around, and it's just a cute little guy. And I believe with this vinyl, it's supposed to glow in the dark, but I was trying to see if it would glow last night, and I don't know if I had too many lights on, but it just was not happening. But I made something new. I haven't done that in a while, so I was excited about that. Sarah's is cute. Thank you, Sarah. I have started taking things off of my website. All of the drinkware, the water bottles, those have been removed, as well as the stickers. I may put some of these back for seasonal events, but they're really time consuming to edit, just the listing. And they're not things that I make in-house. They're things that I order from someone else to sell. So I'm hesitant to keep them on my website because I don't feel like they're cohesive with my brand and my products and what I want to sell. I do like them. I like the water bottles. They're good quality. That's fine. I just am a control freak, and I like being able to do the things myself. And if someone else is doing it, I'm not going to say that I'm against POD companies, print on demand. But I just wish that there was a more defined line between print on demand companies and handmade. As a seller, I see the difference. As a buyer, I don't think people do. When I make a shirt for someone, I order the transfer. So I order, I don't have any in front of me. I order like this printed paper, and I press the design onto a shirt. So I order the shirts, I order the transfers. There's a certain amount of quality control there. And that's what I prefer, because although it's not 100% handmade, I don't make the shirt, I don't make the transfer. I'm still the one assembling it and putting it together. And I don't want to discredit all print on demand companies, because some print on demand companies, they create their own artwork. So they draw all of it, or maybe they're graphic designers, so they design it, and then they send that design off to the company, and the company takes care of printing and packaging and shipping when the orders are placed. So I don't want to discredit anyone's artistic ability, because I can't draw, and the things that I've seen some of these creators make is absolutely amazing, and they should absolutely be able to do that with their art. Just because I can't draw doesn't mean that I shouldn't be able to do t-shirts, and just because they don't do t-shirt, or they don't sew, it doesn't mean they shouldn't be able to do t-shirts or tote bags or whatever it is. But I just feel like there's a lot of people that are doing print on demand, and they use like clip art that they've purchased for print on demand. And then it gets gray for me, because they want all the benefits of being on handmade sites like Etsy. And I'm like, but where's the handmade part in there? It doesn't exist. So that's a tough one. That one's a tough one for me. And it's one of the reasons I don't love being on Etsy, and I do have my own website. Etsy will always be a traffic source for me, but the fees really just dig, and they're a business. They are allowed to charge the fees. I am not arguing that they should not be allowed to charge the fees. It's just not feasible for me to be 100% of an Etsy seller, because I would never make a profit. I just wouldn't. I'd basically be able to charge up all my credit cards all year long to pay for stock and supplies, in order to be able to pay them off during my busy season, and then keep doing that. I wouldn't even make money to pay overhead. It's not possible to work that into my products. Especially because I can do it on my website very reasonably. And so there's that disconnect there. Anyways, so I did take the water bottles and the stickers off. Again, they might come back like on a limited basis, but I don't know. Like I might do like packages where you can get a shirt and a tumbler or whatever, water bottle for a certain like price as a deal. I will be doing some updates on the shirt section of my website, and moving forward, the shirts will be more limited. I got into this like mindset that I had to put every single shirt that this company came out with a transfer for, that I had to put it on my site, because because I could sell it, I should sell it. And I wasn't selling any of them. So I'm going to be more selective about what I put on my site, because I don't need everything. And obviously the shirts are not speaking to the people that are coming to my website. So I'm going to save myself the time of editing and just not worry about it. It's fine. I'm good. Before the end of the month, I will be adding a pop-up Halloween shop to the website. Right now, I did update the section. So if you were to go to the website, you should see a drop down that says Halloween, and it might even have subsections for masks, tails, and wings. They're all empty right now because I have to load those in. Etsy listings and WordPress website listings are completely different animals. So I will be working on those. Sometimes I just get really tired and I copy and paste one to the other and I just say, forget it. Google will crawl what Google crawls, but I do want to try to make them searchable. There will be more available, more styles available on the website than on Etsy. I do have inspired designs. I will not be putting those on Etsy just because they are trying to crack down on people that are using licensed images and whatever, wording, all that good stuff. And that's fine. That you really shouldn't be listing that stuff on Etsy. It's in their terms of service that you're not supposed to. It's kind of against the law. Well, not kind of, it's against the law. So it is what it is. People do it. People make designs out of licensed artwork, period. They're going to continue to do it. They just are. Does Disney come after everyone? Absolutely not. I'd say Disney actually doesn't come after most people. And I think a lot of the time you can fall under their radar for a lot of different reasons. But for the people that get on their radar, look out. So there is no reason for me to walk down that path with Etsy. It's fine. I have my own website. I can do what I want with that. And I have noticed there are a lot of people that are claiming licensing rights for other shop owners. And Etsy's policy seems to be that once somebody files a claim against you, they just pull your listing and then you have to fight to get it relisted if you're in the right. I don't have time for that. I honestly just don't have time for that. So if these people want to come after me on my website, cool. They can provide me the documentation there. And if they can't, then we're good. But, and if they can, that's fine too. I have gotten cease and desist notices from companies in very honest situations where I did not know that the item was a copyrighted, trademarked, licensed design, and I took it down from what I was selling. I respect it. I'm not trying to make money off of other people. So that is what it is. But certain things, some people just get super trigger happy on it, and I ain't got time for that. Not with Etsy. I also don't have as much control over my Etsy shop as I do my own website in many aspects. So again, Etsy's going to be a traffic source, and that's about it. The only thing that will not be coming back, possibly ever, are the gloves that I used to make. I used to make cat gloves, and like I think I did like dinosaur, or I did a few. I did dog gloves, cat gloves, and like lizard or dinosaur gloves. It was like three fingery things. Those are really hard. I was always getting just the most random complaints about those. They're too big, they're too small, they don't stretch enough, they stretch too much. They don't fit the way I want them to. They don't fit the way my kid wants them to. Like, there was never a good answer for any of the negative comments that I got. And they take way too much time. Like, seriously, they take a long time. The cat gloves take a long time to sew. They take an even longer time to cut out. It's just not worth it. Those will definitely not be back this year. They may not come back ever, because it kills me, because I pay for the embroidery design. And so in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I paid for that. I'm so bummed. But I've probably sold hundreds of pairs of those gloves. I've more than made my money back. I can lay those to rest, and never should I ever feel bad about that. Never, never, ever. I really want to do some kind of a fall and Halloween event on social media. So do be sure to subscribe to the email list for updates, because if I do fall and or Halloween, it will absolutely, sneak peeks will show up on the email list first to warn people about where to find these things. I haven't done a giveaway in forever. Giveaways are very hard for me because I want there to be a certain amount of interaction. Like, there has to be a payoff because companies that give away product, there has to be a reason for them to give them away. So there will be some different things. There will be some things to interact with YouTube, with Facebook. I have a Facebook group that I've never actually promoted for my business just because of like the last year of crazy. Instagram, I'm on Threads now. I don't know. Technically, I'm on Twitter. I have a Twitter account. I have posted to Twitter in the past, but I really don't understand Twitter, and Threads is going that same direction for me. It's just a bunch of people talking, and I don't know, like, there's a training group that I'm in, and everybody rushed to Threads to sign up, and we were there so early, we were friending each other because we were following each other because we recognized the names from this other group. But for me, it feels like standing in the middle of a party and trying to listen to every single conversation. And you've got like dude over on the left that is talking politics, and chick over on the right, and she's talking menstrual cycles. And I mean, it's like, it's all over the place. I don't know who to talk to. I don't really want to talk to a whole lot of people. So I don't know how far I'm going to get with Threads. Like, that may just be one of those, I'll throw up some really, I mean, let's be honest. Heidi has some rando stuff going on up here. I could throw out some weird stuff, and I will talk to people about the rando stuff. I just can't get too serious about social media. It's social media. I don't know. So we'll see. But I am on Threads. I am on TikTok, and hopefully I will start being able to do more TikTok coming up. I don't know. My kids always laugh at me about TikTok because I'm a goober. My birthday is a little over a week away. Yay! I really wanted to have some fun things ready to post to the website for my birthday, to do like a big birthday bash sale. I wanted to, because the Barbie movie is coming out. I will not be releasing anything that is Barbie themed. I'm not even gonna pretend like Mattel won't come after me, okay? But I wanted to do like a whole What a Doll themed party, or like party event sale thing. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to pull it together that fast. So, you know, if one of my friends is watching and you are looking for a sale idea, take it. It's all good. No hard feelings. I will probably do a sale. I do need to start revamping my email again, my blog posts that are way behind. So I will probably do a sale next week for the website, possibly for Etsy. I'm not really sure, because Etsy sales will always be more limited. The amount of fees that they take out don't make it realistic for me to offer sales. I was just talking to a friend of mine. I sold an item, and it was the customer paid almost $20. They paid 18 something. And after the fees and the shipping, I make like $10. And I know that like my business coach and anyone else, they say, well, raise your prices. But there's a ceiling to how much people will pay for certain things. And I'm at that ceiling, and I can't justify charging $25 for something and not have it sell. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So it just means I won't do as many sales on Etsy because I can't give a discount when Etsy is already doing what they're doing. And with that particular item, I didn't have any offsite ads. I never know if an order comes in with offsite ads until it's already been processed. And that takes even more money out. So I'm just like, Etsy sales probably not going to happen ever. Ever. Sorry. I do have a list of things that I'm going to be working on for back to school. Definitely for the website, possibly for Etsy. We'll see. Because most of it'll be things that I can remake. But I have like so many patterns for pencil bags, right? Yeah. They're super cute little pencil bags. There's like a kitty and a unicorn and something else, a ruler maybe. I don't know. They're really, really cute. I'm really excited to make them. So I'm looking forward to those. And then some like, I don't know, there's a bunch of school stuff and I made this big long list of it. So I will be trying to put all of that together as quickly as possible. I don't think I will have all of it or much of it ready to go for next week, but possibly early August. What do my notes say? Back to school, zipper bags, planner and book bands, planner clips, bookmarks, and all sorts of things. Because I get super random when my brain starts going. Yeah. And it's already 7:46. Part of me feels like I haven't been doing this for that long tonight. And part of me, like my throat is like, girl, you've been going. Girl, you've been going too long. So the last thing for tonight is a question for the people. So if you're watching this on the live, on the replay, doesn't matter. I need to know. I am working on some projects for a wedding coming up. Not mine. And we're trying to come up with some ideas to repurpose some older wedding gowns. So I have 2 wedding gowns that are older, like 30 and 60 years older, let's just say roughly. And I can cut these up and kind of do what I want with them. What sort of handmade items would you make from older wedding gowns? I don't think they need a ring bearer pillow. So like that's always my go-to in my brain. Oh, ring bearer pillow. But I don't think they need that. I do think I'm going to make some sort of like bag, like handbag, bag thing. I know everybody always does the little drawstring one, and those are super cute. And maybe I will make 2 bags. I don't know if they're going to do a money dance. So I know that the drawstring bags are great for money dance because you just kind of like push the money in there. It's awesome. And then you don't have to pin anything to the bride, which is so frightening to me. People have been drinking and they want to pin things to a bride. No, don't do it. But what other things? What other things would you do? They don't need anything for the veil. They don't really need anything for the gown. I have some ideas as far as like I think I'm making the garters. So I will be incorporating a little bit into that. But yeah, if you have any ideas of what you would do with older wedding gowns to repurpose, let me know. Let me know in the comments because I'm always looking for ideas. I'm actually always looking for ideas anyway, so whatever's good. Whatever is good. So with that, Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like or a thumbs up and comment with hashtag live or hashtag replay. And I missed the follow or subscribe, so you can follow or subscribe. All of these interactions not only help to push the video out to more people that would enjoy them, they help me know what content you are enjoying the most. And it's going to take me a second because right now I am looking at Facebook and I have to look down because I have to go into my camera program. Oh, no. Why are you making noises, girl? So, and I did do pigtails again tonight. I don't know if you noticed, but I did it on purpose. The hair is still very fadey. I am going to re-dye. I'm going to dye my hair again. Probably this weekend, maybe next week, Monday, Tuesday. So it'll be nice and fresh and pink when I see you next week. Like a purpley pink kind of thing. I do like the way that it's fading. I like that it is maintaining this kind of purpley pink situation. So hopefully once I get more dye in it, it'll kind of do the same thing. But I have decided that pigtails are going to be my go-to for the rest of this month. So if you don't like seeing me in pigtails, I'm really sorry, but it's how I roll. And it's actually always how I rolled. I like pigtails. I'll have to think of a fun new design, a hair thing for August, but I'm limited because I don't know how to do anything with my hair. So try Lime Crime Unicorn Hair Dye. It came out super bright on Bella. Is it Lime Crime? Is it green? Like, is it green? I accidentally colored my hair green once in high school because I was kind of blonde and then I wanted to go brown and then it turned green because that's what happens. What do I have? I have Xmondo right now because I found Brad Mondo online during the pandemic. And so I bought those colors. So that's what's in my hair, which I do like them. They're very like conditioning, but it's a little expensive and you can't get it in stores. You have to order it online. So I don't know that I would order it again. I was going to look at getting like Arctic Fox because that's pretty much everywhere. They have all colors. Okay. Then yeah, I will definitely check them out because I'm trying to learn how to do colors in my hair that are just more fun. I mean, homeschool moms, we got to be a little crazy. So I'm back in my camera program. I am going to head on out. I need some water desperately, and I need some chocolate. I found some dark chocolate Hershey's Kisses in the cupboard, and I had some last night, and I also had some marshmallows. So I had like 5 marshmallows and 4 pieces of chocolate, and it was amazing. It was just not the best dessert in the world, but I was very happy with it. So that might be dessert tonight. I might even melt the chocolate and dip the marshmallows in because I'm weird. All right. I will see you next week. Have a great night and make good choices. All right. There we go. Bye.